Well, hello and welcome. Good morning. Here we are. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. It's so good to see you. Thanks for those of you who are tuning in today. Happy 2nd of May. I can't believe it's May already. So we're here. Spring is here. We have a new monthly theme and some new music and some great special music today as well. I'm going to just dig in right here. We're going to sing together our opening song. It's called Higher Place. Up, up, up to a higher place. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, Salt Lake City. Good morning and welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Rob Ekman and I am your service host today. And on behalf of our membership, welcome. And if you're joining us on our love stream, we're so happy that you have joined us. We are a spiritual community where all are welcome to be part of our community. And if you're here for the very first time, we welcome you especially. Our practitioner holding high watch from home today is Katie Hernandez. And throughout this service, Katie will be in prayer for us, knowing the best and highest good is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. And our prayer practitioner this morning is Teresa Martin. Our center is a spiritual community. We teach a philosophy based on spiritual principles and practices which are universal among religions. We honor all pathways by which people seek to connect and to know the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. From wherever you are, I'd like to invite you to recommit to our center's spiritual purpose by saying our purpose statement with me. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. For all the latest information about what's happening here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, you can visit our website, which is at www.spirituallyfree.org. On our homepage there, you can submit a prayer request, see what's happening on Sundays, watch previous services, read about the folks that put this service on for you every week, and read about upcoming themes as well. Now, today we are very excited to host virtually Reverend Sunshine Daye. And Reverend Sunshine is going to speak to us on the theme, This Adventure Called Life. We're very excited to welcome back a couple of our favorite musical performers, Mary Tebbs and Will Baxter, who are going to perform for us today. Next week, Shemaine Charette will be speaking to us on the topic, Revolutionary Love. Yes. All right, so for all of these details, you can visit our announcements section on our website. As far as announcements go, our musical team is seeking feedback about the musical program here at the center, and there's a short survey that Rick has put together, and you can find that survey on our website and also on Facebook. Our center is celebrating 50 years as a charter church with the Centers for Spiritual Living this year, and we are planning a safe outdoor party. The date is still a ways off, but it has been set. We're going to be gathering in Murray Park at one of the outdoor pavilions on Saturday, August 28th. So we're hoping that gives us plenty of time to navigate any health and safety issues remaining in our near future. So please save the date on your calendars and join us. We're going to be reaching out to people to join us on committees of planning, but also on networking to find all of those people who have been part of our family over the years and invite them to come and celebrate with us as well. So our center is founded on and grounded in prayer. This helps us deal with whatever comes our way and creates a positive experience regardless of our situation. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer and are ready to pray for and with you. On our website, you can click on our homepage and send a request to the practitioners, and all of the practitioners will uplift you in spirit all week. If you'd prefer to connect personally, you can call a practitioner so that you can be an active part of their prayer for you. All right. Now I invite you to please settle into your seats, take a deep, grounding breath, and allow Teresa's reading, the centering music, to take us to that sacred place within, and Teresa will lead us in prayer.
The self we see is what man has thought about himself, the form he has molded by his thoughts. And that's Ernest Holmes tells us that from The Science of Mind, page 624. We're great at kidding ourselves, creating lists of what we would like to have in our lives, while at the same time living in fear that we will never have them. Ask yourself, who am I beneath all this fear that I will never realize my dreams? Where have I bought into the notion that I am not deserving, that someone else is smarter, more attractive, and more capable than I? Beneath all your fears that you are not worthy is a consciousness within you that knows your connection to spirit, that knows you can live the life of your dreams. That part of you knows exactly what to do and how to do it for your self-realization. This earthly experience is exciting because you get to feel and experience the material world. I'm going to read that again. This earthly experience is exciting because you get to feel and experience the material world. But there is nothing better than to experience it from a consciousness of knowing and truly realizing the Christ presence within. Love, peace, and joy are the instruments through which you taste the thrill of living in this material world. Life is thrilling, beautiful, and it is for you, never against you. And that's an excerpt from the Science of Mind magazine. And the excerpt is called Always For, Never Against.
I'm right here.
going into that silence where that peace resides, that within. We are never alone. There is always that oneness, that wholeness, that love that permeates our entire body. That is part of this life that we are, this exciting, thrilling life that we live, that we have the opportunity of living. I am so grateful this day for the springtime, for the May Day, for the month of May, and for all that exuberance that we feel as we feel the springtime. And that spirit within, it encourages and evokes that spiritual feeling of oneness, of beauty, and of love. I am thankful for the gift of life. I am thankful for this wondrous day where we get to gather together, where things feel as if they're coming back to normal, maybe just a little while longer. But patience is a virtue. As we are here present together and at home and on our virtual streamlining, I give thanks for all of you. I give thanks for your presence and the presence within that lives and delights and fills our lives with joy, peace, and harmony. And I call in those qualities of the divine for each and every one. That these qualities are who we are. That is who I am. In humble thanks, together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Teresa. When I think of revolution, I have all kinds of pictures come in my mind, and they're not so peaceful. But when you consider revolution as just a shift in paradigm, a shift in thought, then it's a useful word. It allows us to feel that newness of vision and celebrate, commit to it, and move or even push into it. The song that we'll sing together is called Revolutionary. It's a song Shemaine found online. I'm really grateful that she did that work. It's a really cool song. And I want to apologize for not having lyrics for you, either on the screen or on your computer. I take full responsibility. You will have those lyrics next week. But try to sing along if you can. It's a catchy tune called Revolutionary. Let's sing together.
You're not like me, maybe we don't agree. Maybe that doesn't mean we gotta be enemies. Maybe we just get brave, take a big leap of faith, call a truce so me and you can find a better way. Let's take some time, open our eyes, look and listen. Yeah. And we're gonna find we're more alike than we are different. Why does kindness seem revolutionary? When did we let hate get so ordinary? Let's turn it around, flip the script, judge slow, love quick. But help us 'cause I believe that you and me can find some common ground. See, maybe I'm not like you, but I'll walk a mile in your shoes if it means I might see the world the way you do. Let's take some time, open our eyes, look and listen, yeah. And we're gonna find we're more alike than we are different, yeah. Why does kindness seem revolutionary? When did we let hate get so ordinary? Let's turn it around, flip the script, judge slow, love quick. God help us get revolutionary. Whoa, revolutionary. Whoa, let's get, whoa, revolutionary. Whoa. What would Jesus do? He would love first. He would love first. What would Jesus do? He would love first. Yeah, he would love first. So we should love first. Why does kindness seem revolutionary? When did we let hate get so ordinary? Let's turn it around, flip the script, judge slow, love quick. God help us get revolutionary. Whoa, revolutionary. Whoa, let's get, whoa, revolutionary. Whoa, revolutionary.
It's my pleasure to introduce our special music today. You heard it already. We got them back. Will Baxter and Mary Tebbs.
What would Jesus do? He would love. First. He would love. This song is about that.
It's about love.
It's about love.
If you give it,
Yeah, then you get it. Let's all love.
everybody gives some. And everybody gets some. Everybody gives some. Yeah, you're like heaven. You're like heaven on earth. And I must be dreaming. So come on now, come on and quench my thirst. 'Cause you know I need it.
You need it.
I want it.
Yeah, you want it.
Yeah. You got to give it to get it back. Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, you need it.
I want it.
You want it.
You got to give it to get it back. Ooh, everybody gives some. Everybody gets some. Ooh, everybody gives some. Ooh, give it back.
So come on now, yeah. Let's all go to new heights. everybody enjoy the ride. 'Cause you know I need it,
I need it,
and I want it.
I want it. Got to give it to get it back.
Yeah, I need it,
Yeah, I need it,
and I want it.
want it, want it. You got to give it to get it back. Ooh, everybody give some. Ooh, and everybody gets some.
Yeah.
Ooh, and everybody gives some. Ooh,
Come on, we'll get some now. Sing with us.
ooh, and everybody gives some. Ooh, everybody gives some. Ooh, everybody gives some. Yeah. Give some love,
Give it
love, love.
and get it, yeah.
Yeah, give some love,
In heaven,
love.
just live it, live it.
Give some
Come on,
love,
get it,
love,
give it, yeah.
love, love.
We can have it.
Have some love.
Let's all live it, yeah.
Let's be love, love, love. 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 Come on, let's be, let's be. Oh, thank you so much. Let's be love, everybody. Mary Tebbs. Thank you.
Will Baxter, thank you.
So today we are honored to welcome our message speaker virtually via the internet. And our guest today is the Reverend Sunshine Daye. Now, Reverend Sunshine Daye is an ordained minister through the Centers of Spiritual Living. She received her master's degree and studied at Holmes Institute under the guidance of Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. Sunshine works with people in 12-step recovery who struggle embracing their lives in sobriety. She is their bridge from defeat and despair to purpose and success. Reverend Sunshine is a gifted speaker who transforms lives and helps people live their genuine life through their spiritual practice. Now, Sunshine grew up in a diverse part of the Bronx where Puerto Ricans, blacks, whites, Jews, drug and numbers runners, and gangsters all coexisted. From a young age, Sunshine learned to appreciate each individual's humanness and the value of each life. Reverend Sunshine has always been a spiritual seeker. As a child, she studied Catholicism and then was a practicing member of the Jehovah's Witnesses for many years. In addition, she has studied Buddhism and other Eastern traditions. Her depth and breadth of spiritual study and life experience gives her a unique ability to meet people where they are and to appreciate the beauty in everyone and everywhere. When you experience her energy today and the joy that radiates from her, you will understand why her motto is, by means of your spiritual practice, you live your genuine life. She is joining us today from sunny Southern California. I hope you enjoy Reverend Sunshine Daye.
Hello, beloveds. My name is Sunshine Daye, and I am the spiritual director of the Downey Center for Spiritual Living. And it is my absolute joy to greet you on this beautiful Sunday. It's May the 2nd, 2021. And I get to bring the talk up for today to this amazing community. What I want to share with you is that I greet you in the name of love, and from your spiritual family in Downey, California, we send you love and greetings, and we know that right where you are, God is. That you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that God is showing up in human form. That the unrepeatable life that is you is awakening to its spiritual magnificence. And that right where you are, God is. I think that's the most important message that I can bring to you today, is that right where you are, God is. Now, in the month of May, we're going to be talking about the adventure called life. And that is following the monthly theme, Holy, Holy Uprising. And so as I open up this moment of this idea of this adventure called life, what I want to share with you is that the word adventure comes from a Latin word, and it means to arrive. And so when we think about this arrival called life, it gives a whole new different meaning to adventure. Adventure sometimes for us, as we take it in the English language, means, something thrilling, but also something that involves some risks and things of that nature. And yet, if we take a look at it from the perspective, from its Latin root, the arrival called life. The arrival called life. And so we've really been looking at evolutionary wisdom, and we've been looking at timeless wisdom and evolutionary vision. And a statement from our Centers for Spiritual Living Global Thought Vision that's related to the talk topic today is this one, and I'm going to read it right off of my notes, is that we see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. And that's our evolutionary vision, where we see a world where each of us is in alignment with that highest principle, that we are aligned, consciously aligned, that we are living our very truth. And it actually comes from some ancient wisdom, or as we call it these days, timeless wisdom. And I'm going to read right from our Science of Mind Principles, Core Concepts, one of the things that we believe that is most relevant to today's talk. And it's about creation. It says the physical universe is the manifest body of the one infinite reality. And the one infinite reality is more than the physical universe. Creation is an expression of the one infinite reality. It is inherently good and ever evolving towards a greater expression of good. So even the physical universe is in alignment with its divinity, its godness, its goodness, and it is continuing to unfold beautifully and magnificently. So, back to the adventure called life, as I begin now to use the timeless wisdom and the evolutionary vision towards this idea of the adventure called life, is there really a risk? In our common language, adventure has that quality of risk, but if we're actually talking about the arrival of life, what are we really risking? When I remember some of our basic principles, that right where we are, God is, that we are made in the image and likeness of this power and this presence. When I think about that in the quote-unquote beginning, because there is no real time, that's why I use the air quotes, there is no time or space in God. But as it has been written that in the beginning there was God and only God. And God created everything. Now, it's not like God had a little, workshop in the garage and was like, "Ooh, I'm bored, let me go make something." No, through some act of involution, because when you're the only thing, when you're the only game in town, when you are the only presence and power, and you're all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present, there's only the one. And if that one is going to create, it can only create out of some act of involution in which to create. And so through some act of involution, it has created everything out of itself. Therefore, everything is made of God. Everything is this Godness. Everything, seen and unseen, is the unique and unrepeatable, magnificent way in which God shows up as planet, as human, as animal, as tree, as ocean, as galaxy, as universe. And if that is our truth, if that's what we believe, and we actually have a practice and a spiritual practice to remember this for ourselves and to know this truth, then when we think about the word adventure and we think about it as a risk, or this adventure called life, and we think about how life is a quote-unquote risk and how we're constantly taking risks, is there really a risk when the only thing that we are is God? We can be nothing else. And so is there really a risk? Or have we actually made up a story that to live is to live in risk? If God is everywhere present, all-knowing, all-powerful, if my life is the life of God, expressing in human form, then there is absolutely no risk in this arrival called life, this adventure called life. My arrival, the arrival of the life that I know as my life, there's no such thing as a risk, because my life is the life of God. Eternal love, peace, power, joy, right? Science shows us that the universe, it responds to our energetic. And so what happens is when we live a life of, oh, I'm taking risk, or I'm afraid, or I'm scared, because I think that my human existence is the only life that there is, instead of recognizing that I am an eternal being and that my quote-unquote time, there it goes again, the air quotes, my time in this earth suit is temporary, but my life is eternal. And so if I live from the perspective and with the deep and profound belief that my life is eternal, then I get to live in the joy of life, the arrival of my life, the arrival of all life. However, if I believe that there's only this one human existence, this one life, and I have to protect it and taking risks and this and that and the other thing, well, the universe responds to that energetic and gives me back that which I'm already putting in to this field that responds to my energetic. But when I live from the place of my life is eternal, my life is the life of God, I have arrived. Life is here now. Then that energy is placed into this receptive field, and this field gives me back more and more life, and life abundantly. So what am I believing? Am I believing that my life is eternal, or am I believing in the limitations of this human experience? Yes, our human experience has the limitations of human experiences, but I am so much more than just human. I am the life of God, expressing in human form. You are the life of God, expressing in human form. Therefore, that's why on page 292 in our book, The Science of Mind, it says there's one life. That life is perfect. That life is God. That life is my life now. There's one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And I know I've used that so many times as a mantra. I've used it on my prayer beads. There's one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And as I think about not only that quote, but as I think about some of the other great quotes in the Science of Mind book, I'll share this one with you now as we look at Holy, Holy Uprising, this adventure called life. In the Science of Mind, in the midst of plenty, humanity lives in want because of fear. To overcome fear is the greatest adventure of the mind of man. So because we live in fear, because we want and desire, we've created fear. That's what this responsive field gives us back. It gives us back fear. And to overcome this fear, our greatest arrival, right? Adventure of the mind of man. To overcome fear is the greatest arrival of the mind of man. The mind of humanity is to overcome this fear. And how we get an opportunity to do that is through our spiritual practice. As a matter of fact, here's what Raymond Charles Barker says. He says, you are the present becoming the future. You are the present becoming the future. A while back ago, I had this discovery, and it's not original to me, but somehow or another, it came to me in this way. And, you know, many times we've learned that life is a journey. You know, life is a journey. And if life is a journey, then it's all about the destination. You know, I know when I'm quote unquote on a journey, you know, I just was on a great island vacation in the Caribbean, and I was headed to Puerto Rico. And I got to tell you, you know, being on the plane and then getting off and then getting on another plane and all of that good stuff, like, it wasn't about the journey. It wasn't about the getting there. It was about the destination, right? It was about getting there, being on that island, and then having all the fun and all the stuff that I thought I wanted to do. And so I really started to examine this idea of life being a journey, and I'm like, nah, that doesn't resonate with me. What does resonate with me is life is music. Life is music. Life is a concert. Life is music. Why music? Because like the universe doesn't have a destination. It's not, the universe and the world and life is not trying to get somewhere. It is just simply unfolding in a grand and divine way. The adventure of life, the arrival at life, right? And when we use the arrival, I am here and I am here now. When I'm listening to music, I'm not worried about the last note. I'm not trying to get to the end of the song. I'm busy enjoying the song. I'm enjoying the concert. I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm playing. The musicians play the music. It is playful. The universe is like that. The universe is playful. And so when I think about risk, this is like, what risk is there really other than a risk that I've made up in my own mind? Life is simply unfolding beautifully and magnificently, and it's not about the destination. It's about the here and the now, being in the moment, enjoying the moment, singing and dancing to each moment, being playful in each moment, living life to the fullest in this moment, without the idea of risk, without removing fear from our lives, because fear is something that we made up ourselves. Now, the next point that I wanted to talk about was then when we believe and when we start really opening up to this idea of being in alignment with our good and that there are no risks to take because my life is the life of God, then I have this opportunity to say yes. And I have the chance to say yes at each and every opportunity, knowing that I have choices at each and every step, and that if I make this choice and it's not necessarily the best choice, that I can always choose again. Because life is simply unfolding. Again, it's not about the destination, it's about enjoying each and every moment. It's about saying yes to those moments in life. So, let's take another look at some of our quotes, right? So, you're the present becoming the future. I'm living in this moment right now. I'm simply unfolding. As I'm unfolding and being present, what was considered the future is the now moment. So now I'm in this now moment and in the eternal now moment. Now, Ernest Holmes says that there's an inner urge in our minds to grow, to expand, to break down the barriers of previous limitations, and to ever widen our experiences. This persistent urge is a divine influence, an irresistible force that constitutes the greatest impulse in human experiences. And this was out of the book Living Without Fear. And that is just so key. That there's this inner urge to expand. That's all we're doing. That's all life is really doing, is simply expanding and unfolding beautifully and magnificently. Deepak Chopra says it this way, and Mina Kafotis says, there's only one reality, not two. There is no inner and outer, no me and you, no mind and matter. The mind has stopped conceiving of reality, and now it starts living it. Are we living it? Are we living life? Instead of trying to conceive life, are we actually living life, living to its fullness? Are we laying down the idea of risk? Are we saying yes to the opportunities? And am I saying, yes, I am the universe. I am life. I am the unique and unrepeatable way that God is showing up in human form. I am the way that this music is being played. I am the song being played. I am the dance being danced. This, beloveds, is the adventure called life. when we actually see it as the arrival called life. Like, I am living in this moment now, beautifully and magnificently. And that the things that I make up, that I'm living in a reciprocal nature, in that which I'm already making up with my mind, that the world, that the universe is giving that back to me. So when I'm living from doubt, from fear, from limitation, from lack, I get that back. But when I am anchored through my spiritual practices, in my prayer treatment, in my meditation practice, in my mindfulness practice, in my service and tithing practice, when I am doing visioning and learning, when I am reminding myself of the truth of who I am, I'm in alignment with God itself, with that consciousness, that I recognize that my life is eternal. I recognize that there's one power, one presence, one life that has created everything out of itself. Therefore, my life is its life. My life is the life of God. And so there's no reason to live in lack. I live in an abundant, friendly universe. And I'm not taking any risk. There's no risk to take when I'm steeped in that consciousness. But what it takes is for us to actually be in practice on a regular basis. Sometimes people say daily, but it's multiple times a day, reminding ourselves of the truth that we are. I know when I am steeped in my spiritual practice, I live my life and I traverse this planet with a different consciousness, with a consciousness of love and of unity and of oneness, where I recognize the differences and I value them, which is way different than, I don't want to recognize difference because I don't want to highlight the difference. No, I love highlighting the difference and valuing the difference. That is the variety of life. That is the unique, unrepeatable way that God shows up individually and collectively as each and every one of us. And so becoming aware that this is our truth, we begin to wholly live. To live from that place of holiness, wholly, completely. That our life is the life of God. And that there's nothing, no thing that we could ever do to separate our life from the life of God. It is an impossibility. I live and move and have my being in God. And so with that, I'm going to invite us to just take a moment in prayer. I invite you to simply close your eyes if you're comfortable. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and cast a soft gaze upon something that brings you joy. So what I know and what I believe is that there's one power, one presence, one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is joy, peace, love, abundance, beauty, divine creativity, harmony, order, infinite intelligence, wisdom, that it is eternal, that life has created everything out of itself. Therefore, my life is the unique and unrepeatable way that God shows up in human form. And as this is my truth, I know that this is true for each and every person, especially those now who are within the sound of my voice. And so from a grateful state of consciousness, I simply speak the word for and about this beloved community, knowing that everything is unfolding beautifully and magnificently, and that each and every one is saying yes to the opportunities to expand and to live that place of love, of divinity, of divine order, of abundance. I know right here and right now that each and every one is the unique and unrepeatable way that God is showing up, and that each and every person honors humanity as a whole from this place. So I give thanks for the love shared. I give thanks for the words spoken. I give thanks for everything that has transpired up until this point. I give thanks for the blessing of health and wholeness, the blessing of abundance and prosperity, the blessing of peace and love and joy. I give thanks that it is already done in the mind of God for this spiritual community. And so I simply rejoice. I rejoice now because it is done now. It is spoken that pray believing that it is done. And so as I pray believing that it is done, if it's done, it's done. It is now. There's no waiting. There's simply the revelation of this spoken prayer. And so I simply release this word into the activity of the law, knowing that it is done in the mind of God. Therefore, it is indeed the reality now. So for this and so much more, I remain in deep and abiding gratitude. Releasing this word into the law, I simply say, and now it is. Thank you, beloveds. I look forward to being with you again. Until then, be well. Peace and richest blessings.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Well, how grateful we are, and how grateful to have Reverend Sunshine Daye coming through virtually. What a blessing we've just received, all of us. What a wonderful talk. I'm so grateful for that. So this is our time of giving. And again, being grateful for all of the contributions that you have given over this past year. You have kept us going. And this is just marvelous. And it's wonderful to see the extra people here today. It's just lovely to see your faces. So let's go into our prayer and know that this is a spiritual practice to give of our abundance. And we have our number on the screen for text to give. And you can also give on our website. So let's do our prayer. Bring your gift to mind. Hand on your heart if you wish. And feel the truth of these words. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face.
Let's invite Mary Tubbs and Will Baxter up to the stage, share some more special music.
So, Will and I have the center to thank for our catalog of COVID songs. We actually met here, and we wrote a kind of tongue-in-cheek song about it, and tells the story of first impressions, and clearly we made some impression, but this song says we didn't.
To friendship.
Well, I got up early, got to the center just after dawn. And there you were, 6'4", had your cocky attitude turned up strong. And then I met you, and I thought you were stuck up. And then you picked up your guitar, and you really messed some stuff up. And you didn't make an impression on me at all.
Not at all.
No, you didn't make an impression on me at all.
Mid-September, when night was turning into day. No, I can't remember not one single note you played. But you had a cool fedora, a bow tie of purple and green. Oh yeah, now I remember, I thought that you were kinda mean. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. You play too many notes, go on and get up off the stage. Yeah, Mary, you stole my style, so go and act all your age. Mansplaining breeder, tell me what you're good for. Oh, you got one good song, but ain't you got nothing more? No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. Not at all. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. Getting late, you come acting like a clown. Kinda made me laugh, 'cause my defenses are down. And you do it like I would, and that ain't half bad. Seems you're much like me, and hey, I'm pretty rare. Yeah, you are. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. Not at all. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all, at all, at all, at all. No, you didn't make an impression on me at all, at all, at all, at all. No, you didn't make an impression. so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Impression.
Will Baxter, Mary Tubbs. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a wonderful start to the month of May, huh? Yeah. So good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you who joined us online, please have a blessed week. Let's stand together and sing our closing song. This is Together We Could Change the World.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out. Find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. I could start this by myself, but I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sailing past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. With our hands and with our hearts, we can dare to make a start. Together we can change the world. What if we spoke with one voice, knowing that we have a choice? Together we can change the world. I could start this by myself, but I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sailing past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. Change your mind and change your life. Set aside the fear and strife. Together we can change the world. When we open up our eyes, then we start to realize. Together we can change the